Yeah,
अभी
started,
आ रही है
sir.
सर?
Started, sir.
अभी आपकी स्क्रीन पे कहीं दिखाई दे रहा है कि दिस
हाँ, दे रहा है, sir. दे रहा है.
recording
it
is
has
going on?
begun. It has
आ रहा है.
begun now.
So we have missed a little bit. So visual are use of pictures, images, flashcards, drawings. Then orals are use of sound, music. Then recorded ones, recorded sessions and all that. Speaking them, loud to them. Then verbals are using words in speech and in writing, both. The fourth one is physical, that is use of body, language, features, hand movement, leg movement. Then certainly sense of touch, and while touching, they can tell you what exactly is happening. So they like demonstration. They like something to be done, performance. If performance is there, they will retain for a longer time. If there is no performance, their retention will be short time and they will not be able to recall the things after a little bit of passage of time, let us say a week or two. I will give you one beautiful video as to you can show them to your students from 6th onwards as to how to study, including all these things. The fifth type are logical or mathematical, which means every time they go for reasoning. Why this? Why that? Why it is not? Why it is? So which means every time they go for reasoning, that is use of logic. The next one are social, interpersonal. You might have observed that during the examination time, some of the kids, they talk to their parents, ki mama, I am going to Mohit house. I will be studying with Mohit. There is no harm in it unless and until there is something else which is brewing up in their minds. You have to keep a tab on that. You have to keep watching. You have to have monitor on this type of things. But yes, it happens. Sometimes they go for their friends and then they go over there to study. To study means to study together. One will speak, another will listen, the first one, then second one speak, and the first one listens. That is hearing. Speaking, oral, and visual. That means listening and seeing, both the things. That is interpersonal or social. And this type of learning style gives you an indication as to what type of group activity you can have for a particular delivery of a lesson, what kind of group activity you can have for more impact on different type of learners in your classroom. Now the seventh one is something, sometimes you might have observed that parents come to you in the parent teachers meeting and talk to you like, okay, sir, he goes back to the home and then throws his uniform, wears the civil uniform, takes up his bat and ball and goes to the games field, plays with his friends till 5, 6, come back, have a glass of milk and sits in front of television. We have never seen him watching. We have never seen him studying or reading a book or doing the homework. Nothing we have seen, and we wonder how come he is securing 95% in the class exams, in all exams. They are these type of learners who are solitary learners, which means they love to work alone. They love to study alone. जब सारा घर सो जाएगा, when everybody is asleep, then they will take their blanket on the head or अंदर उसके book, they will open, turn the pages for half an hour and everything gets imprinted in their minds. That is their style of learning. In the classroom, they will be disturbing factor for your class. If they are in the class and you see that such a such person is not studying, then you can go for this type of conclusion. Yes, this person is a solitary learner. He cannot learn in a group. While sitting in a class, he will not. And when he is not learning, so what he will be else? Again, engaged. He will be engaged in disturbing the class, looking here, there, drawing the picture, or something doing, sometimes even doing the homework also for other subjects. You are teaching English, he is doing mathematics. And you are also very happy. Yes, Mohit is writing his notes. Very good. But it is not happening. The last one are naturalists. They associate everything with the nature or experience. Nature means experience. It is not nature by social terms, by social studies. Nature means in front of, in the amidst the jungle or the woods or the river or the mountains. It is by learning by experience, which means if they learn by experiencing it themselves. I will give you certain examples for all the seasons. Let us see. First one, you see, when we spell a word, the first one, I will not do all the examples. I will be just giving you few of them, picking up. Recording will be there with you. PPT will be there with you. And if you want, I will share it with you tomorrow morning. And if you want all the recordings gone together to you with a certificate of participation, I can do that also. Now, spelling a word means visualization. The visual learners will learn that they visualize the word. A for aeroplane. So they will just think about it, and then that is an aeroplane going in the air with the two big wings, with huge body, no fans outside the body, but still it is flying. Aeroplane, helicopter, boat, ship, yacht. A for apple, A for arrow. Everything they visualize. They make an image in their mind and immediately come up with the answer. Now, audio type of learners or auditory learners, they will learn these things only when they are given a chance to speak. If you just say A for the audio type of learners or auditory learners, they will keep on, they will just immediately speak it out. Aeroplane, alligator, apple, arrow, aircraft, airport. A number of things will come out. But only if you give them a chance to speak. If they are not given a chance to speak, there will be no response. You just ask them to write on the board, they will not be able to write the right spelling. But the physical ones who are listening also and doing also physical, they will write it because they are using their two styles. Everybody has got basically three major styles. So when I give you an exercise this evening, please do it and give me the results in writing. If you take the screenshot will not be complete. Only two styles will be there. I will compile it and give to you a broad outlook tomorrow evening in the webinar itself. Okay, out of we people, this much percentage is visual, this much percentage is audio, this much percentage is kinesthetic, this much is reasoning, and so on and so forth. Now, sixth one you see, when the visual ones, they meet the people, they remember how they looked. अभी आप किसी बच्चे से पूछे कि अमिताभ बच्चन कैसा लगता है, हाँ उसके यहाँ पे दाढ़ी है, केबीसी में आते हैं ना. They will remember with that because they have seen for a very long time he is keeping a French beard, and that is why they can remember for a long time. Now next one is audio. What they said, what is their name, how they said, what was the tone, so that they all remember these things. And the last one was when they meet the people, they remember their emotions. शादी में अभी आप देखते हैं, कभी बात करते हैं तो एक आदमी आपके पास आता है, आप बात करना शुरू करते हैं, then you start watching his face. If he is happy, he will be smiling at you and then come, hello, Mr. Mohan, I am Mohit Sharma from Gurgaon, and may I know your good name? He will extend his hand. So certainly you cannot deny And then from there only the interaction. बस में आपने interaction किया होगा when you are going for a long journey 3 4 5 hours. पड़ोस में जो बैठे हुए भाई साहब आप भी रुड़की जा रहे हैं कि जी हाँ मैं भी रुड़की जा रहा हूँ. अच्छा अच्छा रुड़की के ही रहने वाले हैं. And so on and so forth, you keep on starting, and then you remember what their emotions was, what their task was, why they were going to that same place where I am going with this different purpose, he is going with a different purpose. You will remember if this person meets you. मैं भी ऐसा ही करता हूँ और मैं उनको बोलता हूँ इंट्रोडक्शन करने के लिए कि साहब मुलाकात तो हो जाए, 5 घंटे साथ साथ बैठना है, क्या पता दोबारा मैं पुणे थाने आऊं और आपसे मुलाकात हो जाए तो एटलीस्ट आप पहचान तो लेंगे, एक कप चाय तो पिला देंगे. तो बड़ा बंदा खुश हो जाता है कि यार शर्मा जी, यस सर, मोस्ट वेलकम सर, आई एम दिस 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 फ्रॉम दिस, मेरा बिजनेस है, मैं ये करता हूँ वो करता हूँ. उसके बाद आप चुप हो जाएं और देखिए कि सामने वाला जो है ही कीप्स ऑन giving his own side of history, geography, everything. So that is the way you start conversation and you remember their emotions. He was very happy while meeting you. कुछ अक्खड़ भी होते हैं. आप उससे पूछिए मोहन जी आप रुड़की जा रहे हैं, तो वो पलट के बोलते हैं हाँ जा रहा हूं, कोई खास काम. अब वो आदमी ऐसे अगर आपसे बोल देगा तो क्या आपकी हिम्मत करेगी दोबारा उससे दूसरा सेंटेंस बोलने की? कभी भी नहीं करेगी. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन, last one you see when you see a movie or serial or read a novel. नॉवल में मैं बहुत पहले पढ़ता था व्हेन आई वाज इन असम राइफल्स. वहां पर कोई तरीका उस समय टेलीविजन वगैरह पहाड़ी इलाकों में कहाँ होते थे. ये मोबाइल मोबाइल तो 98 के बाद ही 98 के आसपास ही शुरू हुए. तो उस समय मैं क्या करता था कि जब दिल्ली से गुवाहाटी जाता था तो रास्ते में 2 3 नॉवेल्स ले लेता था. वो नॉवेल्स वो पढ़ता जाता था और 3 4 घंटे उसको लगते थे. मैं उसको पूरा नहीं खत्म करता था. रात की जर्नी होती थी, 9 बजे चलती थी हमारी नॉर्थ ईस्ट एक्सप्रेस. आई यूज टू बोर्ड द ट्रेन एंड रीड इट फॉर 2 2 and 2.5 hours. उसके बाद उसको बुक मार्क लगा के बंद कर दिया. नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग 10 or 11 o'clock आई विल गेट अप एंड देन हैव माई ब्रेकफास्ट, फ्रेशन अप, have the lunch. After lunch only I used to sit with the novel, and by the evening time when it was the time to reach Guwahati, उससे पहले वो नॉवल खत्म हो जाता था. मेरी एक बहुत अच्छी आदत कहें या आप बुरी आदत करें, ये दिस इज माय बुक कॉल्ड यू कैन विन. आई बॉट इट इन अगस्त 1994. ये देखिए शिव खेड़ा की. एंड
Yes.
आई जनरली यूज टू अंडरलाइन दोज लाइन्स, उनको हाईलाइट कर देता था so that I can remember it for a longer time. When you see a movie, the visual learners will say, what was the best scene? What were the people looked like? मोहन जी सीरियल वीरियल देखते हैं शाम को?
Yes, sir. Correct.
देखते हैं ना थोड़े से. मैं तो 7 बजे
जी
के बाद सीरियल ही सीरियल देखता हूँ और कुछ करता ही नहीं.
नहीं, मैं देखता हूँ सर.
So you remember you might be remembering Mr. Ram
Yes.
Kapoor. Some of the characters you know by name, not by their original name, but by their screen name.
Screen name, yes, sir.
जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन generally used to have one particular name, Vijay. Most of the times in most of the movies, his name is Vijay. So we remember by that. Audio learners जो है, what was said, how music sounded. Music was very good. Oh, dialogue was very good. अभी शहनशाह का dialogue हमने repeat किया था. And the third one, that is kinesthetic, what exactly happened? What was the emotional things that were happening in the movie or the serial? You might have also observed yourself that sometimes while sitting in the big hall or in front of your television, sometimes in some serial or some movie, some sign or some scene actually is created in such a way that you start tearing up, that your eyes start welling up. आपको इमोशंस ऐसे लगते हैं कि दैट इट मैचेस विद माय इमोशंस, व्हाट आई फील, you can empathize with them, and that's why you started doing like that. कपिल शर्मा शो में देखते हैं तो कभी कभी कोई डायलॉग ऐसा आ जाता है कि आप हंसते हैं उसके साथ, बिकॉज इट इज समथिंग न्यू, it is something happening in front of you, and that is why you remember. I'll not do many of them, just two slides more. If you are recalling something, then the visual ones, they will just visualize in their mind actually what happened, how they looked like, what was the scene like, or what was the emotions on the face of the character. They are recalling that way. कभी आप पूछे कि उस पिक्चर में क्या क्या हुआ पिक्चर में, अरे बहुत बढ़िया पिक्चर थी यार, अमिताभ बच्चन, व्हाट द डायलॉग्स, हो सिद्धार्थ शुक्ला, क्या डायलॉग थे. And audio ones, they recall by what was said, by the dialogues. What were the names of the people? What was the joke about it? How it made you laughing. But the physical one scene, what was done? What was done in that scene? What was done in that movie? You will see in sometimes there is no story. So kinesthetic type of people will come up with their own reading or with their own preview of the movie. अरे sir, there was no story in the picture. Dialogues अच्छे थे, actors अच्छे थे, everything was good, but there was no storyline. So we could not enjoy. The next one is a little bit tough. बहुत सारे हैं, मैं इसमें पढ़ लेता हूं. The fourth one from the top, that is when they are you learning. The visual ones, they prefer to read. They prefer to see the things, the words, the paragraphs, because they can learn only by seeing visual. If it is illustrated with a diagram or a sketch or even a picture, sketch it out, they draw it, and then they will recall it. Whereas audio ones, they like to be told. They love to attend the lectures. And if they are asked to speak out something about what they saw in the movie, they will narrate whole story, stepwise, what happened in the beginning and how it ended. Everything they will come up. But the physical ones, they like to get involved. They like to be hand-on. If you ask them to write, they speak and they write the things. They write the whole story. The storyline also they can recreate. Now let us see a very good illustration of how do we learn. You see, if anything is read out to us, the retention will be 10% only, which means after few hours, we may forget it. If you hear those words while reading, which means you are reading as well as you are speaking it out, then certainly the retention will be for 20%. 80% of the matter you will forget. This is how the gossips start in the staff room. मोहन जी, एक बिल्कुल ट्रूथ बता रहा हूं मैं आपको, आप देखिएगा.
बिल्कुल सही सही सही.
एक आदमी दूसरे को कुछ बोलता है कि यार मोहित शर्मा जो है, ही सीम्स टू बी अ लिटिल बिट डिस्टर्ब. वो दूसरा तीसरा चौथा बोलता है, तो द थिंग इज दैट कि व्हेन दिस वर्ड कम्स टू फिफ्थ ईयर, वो डायलॉग क्या आता है कि मोहित सीम्स टू बी मेंटली डिस्टर्ब्ड. ये एक वर्ड उसमें ऐड कर दिया जाता है. 10th वाले तक जाएंगे तो ही थिंक, आई थिंक सो ही माइट हैव मेट सम एक्सीडेंट, क्योंकि कुछ अलग सा दिखाई दे रहा था. वो डिस्टर्ब भी चला गया, मेंटल भी चला गया, एवरीथिंग इज गॉन. लगता है कुछ हुआ है. इस तरीके से ये गॉसिप्स बनती है, बिकॉज द रिटेंशन इज 20%. 80% जो चीज है वो तो हम वी जस्ट फॉरगेट इट. So certainly when we are talking to each other, we are looking at the person with their face, their emotions, their facial features. Then we retain for 30%. 70% will be still forgotten. 30% retention ho jayegi. If we watch them moving around, movie picture, a moving picture, then we retain 40%. If you speak out something and demonstrate, जैसे कि हम छोटी वाली क्लासेस में पढ़ाते हैं, ऐसे करके पढ़ाते हैं। मोहन जी, कोई पोयम याद आती है इस तरीके की आपको, जो हम प्री नर्सरी या नर्सरी में पढ़ाते हैं?
अभी तो याद नहीं आ रही सर।
डॉक्टर नवजोत धीमन इज देयर, आई बिलीव सो, बिकॉज हर वीडियो इज ऑफ, ऑडियो इज ऑफ, बट आई डोंट नो वेदर शी इज प्रेजेंट इन द रूम और नॉट। बट ये इस तरीके की एक पोयम सिखाते हैं हम बच्चों को। मैं बताता हूं आपको मोहन जी, दैट इज मछली जल की रानी है।
हाँ 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 हाँ, मछली जल की रानी है।
सो दे रिटेन दैट फॉर अ लॉन्गर टाइम, बिकॉज मैडम उनको बताती भी हैं, एंड देन दे स्पीक, दे वॉच दैट डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन कि मछली कैसे होती है। दे टीच द एक्टिविटी। बच्चों, अब आप भी करो। तो बच्चे भी ऐसे ही करते हैं, मछली जल की रानी है। दे रिटेन फॉर लॉन्गर टाइम एंड मैक्सिमम कंटेंट, दैट इज 70%। कभी आप देखिए गाड़ी चलाएंगे तो बच्चे से पूछिए गाड़ी कैसे चलाते हैं, वो कहते हैं। अगर यही बच्चा मॉल में जाए और उसको एक सिमुलेटर पे बैठा दिया जाए और उसको बोले कि यहाँ पर गाड़ी चलाओ, जिसमें उसके ऐसे ही हेडफोन्स होते हैं, इन फ्रंट देयर इज अ ह्यूज स्क्रीन, रोड इज देयर, एंड इट सीम्स एज इफ द चाइल्ड इज ड्राइंग, is if he is driving, then certainly right, left, brake, accelerator, everything he will utilize, and the retention will be 90%, which means when he participates in activity. Simulation is something different, but when he participates in that activity, retention is 100%. Next slide देखेंगे इसकी। 10% we retain by hearing, and if you go down, then 50%, 70%, 90%, and 95%. That means from the left hand side, you are hearing, seeing, speaking, and hand shows that you are physically attached with that activity. Still, that is 95%. तो मोहन जी, ये 95% कहाँ चला गया? Where is that 95%, that 5% gone?
Just sir, 5%, 95.
सर, ये 5% जो है, this is the backbone of this learning system. ये 5% के बिना ये 95% नहीं होगा, and that 5% is a teacher. वो टीचर जो है, that is 5%, because he is doing all these things. ये 95% आपको सिखा देंगे, बट वो 5% अगर एब्सेंट है तो ये 95% भी 95 नहीं रहेगा, ये कम हो जाएगा। और इसीलिए बोलते हैं ना, गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर देवो महेश्वरा, उससे बड़ा है ही नहीं कोई। एकलव्य तो कितने होते हैं सर, करोड़ों में कोई एक जाके एकलव्य बनता है। चलिए, नेक्स्ट वन is again a visual thing of this: 10%, 20, 30, 50, 70, 80. So with this, today's session will come to an end. I will just stop sharing this screen. But if you certainly are interested in talking about this particular topic a little bit more, then certainly you are most welcome to add on to with this. बताइए, किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना हो?
दिस इज वेरी ट्रू सर। पहले भी हम लोग हिंदी में समझते थे, आप सही कहते हैं कि अभी प्रोफेशनलिज्म है, एंड दिस इज द इंग्लिश। पहले यही होता था, सुनना, बोलना, देखना
जी।
और यही सुनने, बोलने, देखने से हम सीखते थे। जो गांव की भाषा है एक, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द विलेज लैंग्वेज, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द रूरल लैंग्वेज, देन कहता था आदमी तीन तरीके से सीख सकते हैं, देखने से, सुनने से और फीलिंग, टच करने से।
बोलने से।
तो यू आर वेरी मच ट्रू,
तीनों चारों
वेरी मच
चीजें
ट्रू।
होती
विजुअल, ऑडियो एंड कैनेस्थेटिक,
हैं। यस, वेरी मच।
राइट। एंड देन there is a more, which is for the those who wants to grow in their life, or those who want to become a professional like you. Then we go beyond 3 points.
You have to go beyond the horizon, sir.
Yeah, beyond the horizon. बिल्कुल.
कोई लिमिट नहीं है आपके लर्निंग की.
Right, sir.
I am telling you, by the age of 60 years now, I have not learned more, not learned much. I'm just an okay person.
Yes, sir.
Literally, I am telling you. This
It is
this
your
is
humble, sir. It is your humble.
sir.
It is your gratitude. It is
But
your,
this is the reality.
Sir,
yes.
sorry to disturb you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Sir, as you know that in public school culture, actually this is the question. This is my query, and I request all to listen this.
बोलिए बोलिए.
Sir, in public school culture, we have adopted one more paperwork, one more register, that is anecdotal register.
That's right.
And this thing, that what kind of learner the student is, the kid is, this we can implement, this we can add in the anecdotal register.
Yes, sir. मैं अभी यही बोलने वाला था, ये वर्कशॉप खत्म होने के से पहले. आज मैं आपको जो सेशन दूंगा, एक छोटा सा टेस्ट दूंगा. इट विल टेक नॉट मोर देन 3 minutes. You give this link to your students also, 6th and above, everybody. कंप्यूटर लैब में लेके जाइए और उनको बोलिए, परफॉर्म दिस, and you will come to know, the teacher will come to know the learning style of their students. And when you take out the aggregate, you will find the majority of your delivery or instruction should be dedicated to first 3 types: audio, visual, and kinesthetic. Solitary ones will also require your attention. So midway, you have to keep on going to them and ask them personally, are you getting my point? Are you understanding everything? Do you have any questions? Do you have any doubts? Keep on asking. You have to. मैं अभी ये जब हमारा ये चल रहा है ना, हाउ टू लर्न, इसके बाद टीचिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज में मैं 2-4 ही करवाऊंगा, those which are not generally utilized. Then I will tell you one thing very important: how to accommodate these type of learners in your daily classroom delivery. Daily classroom, how to accommodate these different type of learners. मोहन जी, आप चिंता मत करिएगा, आपको रिकॉर्डिंग मिलेगी, बड़े इत्मीनान से देखिएगा फ्री टाइम में अपने, because each delivery will be 30, 35, 40 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely, sir.
तो कभी आप ये देखें कि 40 मिनट का एक सेशन में फ्री हूं, कहीं बस में कहीं जा रहा हूं, तो अपना लगाया उसमें और उसको वॉच कर लिया.
बिल्कुल.
You will learn a lot. Manikyamba ji, how are you?
Sir, fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are invisible today.
No, sir.
Yes, you
Yes,
are
sir. Yes, sir. I
Now
went
you
to
are.
collect. Yes,
Because
sir.
otherwise, Savita ji is also not visible. Sarita Dhole is also not. Yes, there is a thumbs up from Ashish ji, Ashish Dixit ji. And then Akansha ji is also not visible. So you must be visible. I don't know what you are shy of. मेरा फेस भी इतना सुंदर नहीं है. आई एम नॉट वेरी स्मार्ट, बट आई ऑलवेज कीप माई वीडियो ऑन. आप ये बात सोचिए कि एज ए ट्रेनर, इफ आई कीप माई वीडियो ऑफ, तो आपको जो है वो तीसरा टाइप, काइनेस्थेटिक मींस विजुअल, उन काइनेस्थेटिक वाले में से विजुअल पार्ट विल बी ऑफ. And if you are not able to see anything, then you will be only auditory. और अगर आप auditory learner नहीं है, then certainly you will not be able to learn everything what I am speaking. That is why the Zoom platform, thankful to them that they have provided such a beautiful thing that we can see each other, interact with each other, discuss with each other, and then exchange our views also with each other, and then record also to watch it later on. I will leave this as a legacy to my next generation. कि कभी आपको पता करना हो कि what my father used to do, then you go through these videos and you will find out what I used to do. क्यों आशीष जी, मैं गलत तो नहीं कह रहा?
Yes, sir. Very right. Very right, sir. Very right.
This will be our legacy which we are going to leave. सरिता जी, बताएं आपको कैसा लगा? Because you are also coming for the first time, I believe so. Probably she is not there. Dr. Navjot, she has been sitting right since the beginning of this session. So if anybody doesn't have any other problem, if you have got any problem, Gunam ji, if you have any problem, suggestions, you can write to me in person or in the group. Group mein to there is no, it is not open to everybody.
No, only admin can do, sir.
This
the
is why
group.
I am
No.
telling
Yes,
why
yes,
I have done
yes,
it. Ki day before you might have seen that there were
yes,
five
sir.
Nigerians. I wrote it over there. 234
Okay.
country code. Immediately I find out कि ये कहाँ से हैं. Because they come over there, they will advertise for the Bitcoin. अभी टीनू कहाँ गई? सरिता जी, टीनू कहाँ चली गई? बाहर चली गई खेलने के लिए. So what I was telling is कि whenever we are interacting with each other, it has to be very
Yes,
positive.
sir.
And if you, so one person from long back, one person from Indonesia, he came back and he advertised for something absurd, which means because there are ladies also, and he advertised for some of the product which was not, matlab, it is not socially acceptable in general public. So that is why I have kept only admins can post. But still, admin के number
Yes,
पे
sir.
you click on that and the message will come to me personally. If I see this that
Okay,
I don't have a suitable answer, I will post that question in the group and let everybody discuss next day.
okay,
Right,
sir.
Mani ji?
Sure, sir.
That is
Okay,
why.
sir. Sure.
Because it is to safeguard your dignity. That is of supreme. That is most important for everybody present over here.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and
Yes, sir.
gentlemen, I will end up this session. Thank you, Nivedita ji, for giving me such an opportunity to speak uninterrupted for such a long time. Dr. Navjot, for the first time, has been attending our. Sarita ji is also there. For the first time, probably she is there from Pune also. Nivedita ji, आप ही की जगह से है. Sarita ji, you are from Pune itself, no? Unmute करके बोलेंगे तो ठीक है, otherwise I will be ending it up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.